Okay, so our social studies unit that we're in right now is learning about the Georgia regions and 3 of the Georgia rivers. And today is a digital learning day due to the weather. Because my language arts block is demanding so much time, I'm having a challenging time squeezing as much social studies in as I want to. So each kiddo has a copy of the learning targets, and then they have within that their picture of the Georgia regions, that we did this together, colored and talked about them and learned the Georgia region song that goes with it. And then I showed them how to research and fill in the information on a graphic organizer for the Appalachian Plateau. Then just to make it, the next 4 organizers were blank. And in the back, we've got organizers that have to do with the rivers. We have not gotten to the rivers yet, and their study guide for their test. So all of this will go home before the assessment. So this year I'm trying something new to get all my social studies in. First, I did a masking tape outline of the 5 regions of Georgia. So we've got our Appalachian Plateau right here, and made an anchor chart with all the facts that go with the Appalachian Plateau. And then moved 2 of my students into the Appalachian Plateau. Since it's the smallest region, it has the smallest number of kids. Right now it's shifted to the side. Here's our ridge and valley, and then our anchor chart with the ridge and valley information. Over here I've got the Blue Ridge region. So this table is in the ridge and valley, this table is in the Blue Ridge, and I've got an anchor chart for them. We put the most desk into the Piedmont region because that's the most populated region, and I wanted them to get that concept. And then we have this down here in the coastal plain. Then what I did is just created videos that had the information and had me filling in the graphic organizer. During one of the literacy rotations, the kids log in to Google Classroom and they watch social studies with Miss B, and they fill in their graphic organizer. Once we get all these completed, they're going to do a project and create the landforms and the animals, the different attractions that go with the region that they're living in. And we'll move all the desk aside and we'll turn it into a map. We've got our compass rose right here. We've talked about the cardinal and the intermediate directions. I haven't posted them on the floor. Usually what I do is a student represents one of the directions, and then we're in a region and we move according to one of the students that's north, south, east, west, or the northeast, southwest. Just today, while they're home working on their digital work, I added our 3 rivers. So we've got the Savannah River that's emptying into the Atlantic. We've got the Chattahoochee. We say it that way because it's the longest word and it's the longest river. And then we have the Flint, which is, so once we move the desk, but they'll see that brand new when they come back to school. And it's helping me, they're enjoying it. And they all really seem to know their Georgia regions, and then we'll move into rivers and they'll do some project-based learning, which is what I love. So that's how I'm managing to squeeze in social studies and get it all done. So I also have the anchor chart for the Piedmont region, where the children who sit in the Piedmont region can see that to use as a reference. They also have their graphic organizer. And then for the coastal plain, I've got their anchor chart, and we will add some more things to these anchor charts the more we research. The map on the floor is not to scale. I just pulled out masking tape and started thinking, how do I make this real? And of course the Chattahoochee comes down and forms the border between Alabama and Georgia, and the Flint comes down and joins the Chattahoochee. The Savannah goes down it's between South Carolina and Georgia and empties into the Atlantic Ocean. So we'll be adding some more things to the floor. This is just our first try. It's the first time doing it, but my kids really do know. And when I have them stand, they come to the floor and sit in the Piedmont or stand in the Piedmont. And I'll say, all right, you're moving to the coastal plain. In what direction are you moving? So it's a lot of fun, a lot of movement, and I think they're getting it probably the best they ever have. So looking forward to seeing their projects when they create their projects based on the regions where they are living.